So today, I thought we would go back and play Halo again, because I haven't played the campaigns in a long time, so I thought we'd do that. I don't know, do I have everything I want? I didn't really use a GRD that much. Yeah, just for the fun of it. I usually go with Scout, but... Hello! Wait, is the frickin' mic working?
No.
No, I didn't know that. Hello, how have you been, Matthew?
Kyle.
Oh, wait, Denise
Kyle.
joined? Wait, Kyle? Wait.
Yeah, I'm Kyle.
No, you're Matthew. Wait. Denise, you
No,
joined?
I'm Kyle.
The shit? Alright. Oh, so you're Kyle now.
No, I'm Matthew. I'm just fucking with you.
All
Why
right.
isn't... Hold on. Kyle should get on in a minute.
I mean, Denise...
Who's this again?
Denise... it's Denise.
She's in...
She just left.
She's back.
I think your mic's broken or something, Denise.
Perhaps.
Jesus Christ, it's been fucking forever.
I thought she was, like, gone or something.
I didn't...
Someone needs to tell her she might have to go into settings.
There, I'll fucking do it.
Or if she's on data, that might be an issue. Okay, Kyle's just taking a shower.
Of course. Doing anti-gamer things.
Of course? You telling me you do not shower?
No, I do. I'm just joking around. Yeah. I don't know, it's been so fucking long since we actually called.
I know.
Fuck, let me check. When was that? Fucking hell.
Too long ago. I know we talked months ago, but Kyle wasn't even here. He was in... I forget where they said they were.
Oh, it was back in October of 2021. That's the last time we did a call. Jesus Christ.
So, less than 2 years ago!
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Well, Kyle's gonna have some information for us.
Oh, really?
Example, Carson is a girlfriend beater.
Why am I not surprised? I was rewatching the old videos. He's talking about beating his girlfriend.
What?
Well, no, it wasn't beating his girlfriend. He was, I expected it from him, you know?
I didn't.
Oh my god. I'm just like... Oh man.
Well, I guess she's not getting on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't... No offense to Denise, but she's not really... She doesn't know how to do Discord shit. It's been years.
When was the last time you spoke to her?
Honestly, like 2 years ago. I talked to her in text, but I haven't, like, done a phone call. You know?
When was the last time you texted her then? Recently? Or you just stopped?
Recently.
Ah.
She was asking about the FNAF movie, and I was, I don't know, I told her about it and stuff.
Didn't she move?
Yeah, she moved, like, to some place far away or something, some rich house or something. She has a hot tub.
Oh, I see.
Yes, so fucking Jesus Christ. I still gotta re-upload some of the videos from school, but I've just been so busy I haven't had the chance to. I've been getting some of them out.
What happened to your old YouTube channel?
So my brother, he played porn during stream, and I didn't know I was streaming, and which I know that's a contradictory statement, but I didn't know that, and it was played on stream, and then we kind of, well, that got showed. My channel got instantly banned, but I did end up getting archives of everything, so everything was saved, but like, you know.
But you lost the channel.
Well, I got all the subscribers. I'm back to 1,000 because I released the fan game Five Nights at Chica's that got me so popular. But yeah,
You still working your Arc mod?
not as much as I used to. I'm mostly working on my own games now, but I'm still releasing updates for the ones I have active, and you know, it's a small community compared to my FNAF stuff, or you know.
Right.
And, well, I'm able to make a living on my own, so I'm happy with that.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Like, what sort of commissions do you even get?
Well, people ask me to add stuff to Arc, or they ask me to work on their games for them, or do animations and stuff. So, you know, I'm just kind of freelance. I kind of just do freelance work with that type of stuff.
I see.
And then I do my own personal stuff. What do you do?
I don't really know. I was thinking about what I should do. I've kind of just decided on mechanic, but for the time being, I'm just working at. I'm just doing retail right now. I'm saving up some money, and yeah, you kind of need to be fit to do like the physical labor. So I'm working on that as well. And when that's done, I'm just leaving and starting to go into a trade then.
Yeah. Sir, I wish you luck in that.
Thank you.
No problem. If you couldn't tell, I'm a little bit more mature nowadays, so...
Yeah, what... Did a lot of things happen, or it just happened over time?
I don't know, I just kinda... I just kinda realized that, like, oftentimes I made a lot of people think wrong things about me with the way I acted, because people didn't understand I was joking around a lot of the time, and that kind of disturbed me, so I kind of... Well, I still make jokes here and there, but I'm not, like, as bad as I used to be. And I had to deal with some people that were influencing me negatively, like Mara, but, well, I got rid of her, so...
The squad was about to leave unfilled.
Who do you talk to from Bateman still? Anyone?
Aside from you guys, pretty much I don't like anyone I have on Instagram from Bateman. I have to check here. The last time I talked to them was in February because I asked them for I showed them the Escape from the Gay School shit, so I have contacts with Desiree, Nathaniel, Kevin, Nathan, Lily, Jordan Bridgman, Josh Rodriguez, Colin, Jaden, Abdul, Mert, not Josh McKenzie. I would say Katie, but she's in prison right now, I think, because she assaulted someone, or tried to kill someone. Yeah, I was talking to Lily. And apparently Ethan has, like, a bunch of fetish shit that happened, too, so... Essentially what happened is, we thought Katie was on Discord, and she was messaging around. Apparently it was her ex, not Katie. And she leaked DMs between her and Ethan, where Ethan admitted to doing some creepy things with Lily's shoes, among other things. But it's like, and then I talked to Lily about it, and she was like, "Oh, that wasn't Katie. That's not Katie." And I was like, "Oh shit." And then Ethan cut contact with everyone from Bateman because he just didn't want to be associated with anyone from that anymore. So he kind of left. Honestly, everyone from Bateman, I talked to them, and they're just always like, they always tell me they're super busy with their lives and stuff like that. It's like, either that or they just fucking don't like me and just don't want to talk. But
I heard Nathaniel's becoming a priest.
yeah, he's religious. He's heavily religious with stuff.
Yeah, I think like a year ago, Kyle and Kevin said they saw him somewhere and that he was going to become a priest.
Yeah, he was talking to me about going to church and stuff, and I was like, oh sure, I could try it. Well, except I don't have the time for that, but I didn't want to be rude and be like, oh no, fuck you. So I kind of just did that.
My friend's trying to convince me to go to church with him, and I just told him off, basically. I'm like, no, it's just not my sort of thing.
Yeah. It's just like... in the time I could be spending praying to Jesus, I could be working on shit for one of my games. You know, valuable time.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's just like, I kind of just... I'm looking at the DMs now, I just kind of realized how many, like... I mean, the thing is, too, is that I don't really talk to people from Bateman that much, because it's kind of like... I don't know what to say to them. It's like, oh, hello. It's like, it's been like years, so I don't know what to, like, start a conversation with, because I'm not good with starting conversations, but I've been getting better at keeping them flowing, because before I used to be very quiet unless, like, Kevin or Kyle were around, but, you know, I talk a bit more now, but yeah, it's just, yeah. It's kinda...
I can't really keep conversations started them already. I can't do it that well. It's kind of obvious to tell. However, after I start drinking, apparently I'm pretty fun.
And who told you that?
A lot of people.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was because I mean I just start saying shit, and apparently that's good. So, oh.
Yeah. Oh, I just checked the DMs. Christian, apparently I sent him a message 4 years ago. Christian, the Nigster is coming. What the hell? And he's seen it. He didn't even reply to it.
4 years ago.
Yeah, 2019, the 5th month of the 20th.
Damn.
Yes, fucking hell. I mean, I've been wanting to freaking get in contact with Dilrush to ask what he's doing, and maybe to make amends, because I know we weren't on good terms before we last saw each other, because, I don't even know why we started to beef with each other. I don't know, but...
Were you guys, like, good friends before?
Yeah, like in the original videos, we were always together, like, we were even playing games online together, but it's like, I think after the whole incident where I fucking stabbed myself with scissors, I kind of just lost contact with a lot of the people from Leap class, and I don't know, I think he just started to find me annoying, and part of me doesn't blame him, but part of me wishes that I could have at least talked to him or have some closure with him. But, which I know, I saw he was active on Steam, but he denied my friend request, so so I'm gonna try and frickin' friend him with my alt account that I used to upload my shit, and see if he accepts it, and I'll join his game in the voice chat and see what he fucking does.
I see.
Yeah. I don't know. But what are Kevin and Kyle doing nowadays?
Millwright. They're both millwrights. They did it, like, they got into it right after high school. That's kind of what they've just been doing.
Oh.
I know they talked to...
Welcome to
they don't talk to Christian as much. They talk to him about the same amount they talk to me, which I mean, it's iffy. It's sometimes we're talking a lot. Most of the time we're not, but they talk to what's his name? Is it Evan?
Yeah, I think Evan.
Yeah, Evan. They talk to him, and some of their friends that they would talk about before when they were in high school, up in Kilbride. Oh, and Carson, but Carson is up in, you think he moved to Windsor or something?
Oh.
So.
Down relay outpost 50 clicks from Visegrad.
I mean, he might be in jail right now, if the information serves correct.
No, his dad came down here and brought him back up there. He's not in jail.
No. I'm surprised he got a girlfriend, but like, I don't know. It's like I'm just surprised considering the way he acts.
You heard her. Dead zone confirmed.
Because I remember in the original, when I was watching the video called Carson's Intervention, when we were all freaking questioning him on doing vape and shit. I remember he was going on about how what was it? He was going on about how many freaking porn sites he was signed up to and all this shit. So
I still can't get over that all of those dating websites he signed up for was on his school email. All of them were on his school email. So it was just so easy for them to be like found out and stuff.
What's going on here?
Oh, hi, Kyle.
We were just talking about how Carson signed up for dating websites in his school email.
Yeah, Annie beat his girlfriend.
Yeah, tell Jordan about that.
Yeah, what happened?
Basically what happened was he beat his girlfriend.
Oh.
That's about all that I really can say. He basically what happened was he started dating this girl that we called her Goblin Girl because she looked like a goblin man.
What the fuck?
And we're sitting here, so he was dating her for a while, and then he moved out to Winnipeg, and then he came back to Ontario to get back with her, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I get a phone call from him going, "Yeah, dude, I got arrested." We're like, "For what?" He goes, "Yeah, I beat my girlfriend." And we're like, me, Kevin, and Evan are like, "Well, why'd you punch her?" Or like, "Why'd you beat her?" And he goes, "She pissed me off, so I punched her in the arm."
He hasn't changed one bit.
No, he has. He's gotten worse.
Jesus.
Damn.
I was telling Matthew, but I was like, I'm surprised he even got a girlfriend.
Yeah, he went from being a meat beater to a wife beater. So.
Something.
Yeah, but he's back out in Winnipeg now. You know, I think what happened was me and Kevin and Evan went out there to go. We flew out to Winnipeg to go hang out with him at his cottage, and we bought a whole bunch of booze for him to drink. And I think it really fucked up his head. Not gonna lie.
Oh,
What did it do?
I don't know. He just got extra retarded. I don't know. That's the only way.
Oh, he just got extra retarded. Oh my god. Oh.
But yeah, how you doing, Jordan?
Oh, I'm doing much better than I was 4 years ago.
Oh, that's good. That's amazing, man. You sound like you're doing good.
Yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of stuff happened, but like I'm doing mentally better. First off, I've gotten a little more mature nowadays too, because
that's really.
Because I kind of looked back. I mean, I was watching the old videos and I was like, holy crap, I'm freaking. Because I remember the stuff I said in public. I'm like, holy crap, I said that out in public. I was completely surprised, and I was like, oh god, no wonder everyone thought weird things about me. Because like, I just didn't realize why everyone like, because I saw it all when I said like like outrageous stuff in public, I was just joking about it. I didn't think people actually thought that was me being serious, but apparently a lot of people thought I was being serious, and like now I just keep it to myself, or like in Discord conversations where I know people know I'm joking, but
yeah, exactly. Think of it, it's high school, right? You're growing up at
yeah, and it made a lot of good YouTube footage. I will give it that.
Oh, dude, I'll never forget those YouTube videos, man.
I've been re-uploading them.
Have you?
I need to get the ones uploaded of us when we were hanging out in 2018 to 2019. But I got the ones where I got the best ones, because my original channel
from like grade 9 and shit, right?
Yeah. The original channel, it got taken down because my brother was streaming. Well, he streamed porn as a joke on my stream, and it got my channel taken down. But I've recovered from that. I got all my videos back, so that's done there and that. And I've been re-uploading all the videos, and I also found like ones that I never uploaded before. So yeah, I posted in Discord, the Escape from the Gay School.
I remember that.
There's a part in the last episode of season 2 where you ask me, what do you do with all these videos, and I tell you, oh, it's the Escape from the Gay School, and you guys start laughing.
Oh man, I miss those times. Those were fun. I had so much fun back then.
Yeah.
Oh, now I work every single damn day. Suck.
You work 7 days a week?
Sometimes.
Okay, sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I work anywhere from 5 days a week to 7 days a week to 2 days a week. It all just kind of depends on what I'm doing and how busy the economy is.
Well, no, yeah. I feel the same as you. I have to frickin' do freelance work for game development and stuff. I have to like do work all the damn time, all the damn day, and I just, the most I can do is like talk to people on Discord. That's the only like, social time I have, because I'm working my ass off half the time. So I can relate to you on that.
Yeah, I can't talk for too long tonight, but we can do another call sometime during the week. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, I'd like to do that, man. I frickin' miss talking to you guys. You guys were so good to me. Honestly, yeah. I should have listened to you guys when you told me not to frickin' stop caring about Mara, because she treated me like shit after Bateman, like, and I had to make a whole fucking video documenting it to defend myself, but it's all over. Yeah, it's I cleared my name, and she's the one that lost that, but I'm just glad it's fucking over.
Yeah, you gotta like, that was in the past now. And you're doing better now. You gotta look forward now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, well, actually, you go on, because I was gonna change the topic.
No, I was just gonna say, like, yeah, no, like it's good. Like you can still look back at some of the fun memories and the funny things and stuff like that. But you moved on now. You're past high school. You're getting into your career. You're having a good time.
Yeah. I look back at the stuff fondly. That's why I re-upload the videos, because I'm super happy with the times I had.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm still looking to get in contact with some people from Bateman just to show them the videos. Like Dilraj, for example. I can't, for the life of me, find his frickin' contact anywhere. Which sucks.
To be completely honest, the only people like I really stay in contact is with, I guess, you, because I still talk to you.
Yeah.
Not as much, but it'd be cool to start talking to you more.
Yeah. I'd be down for that, man.
Matthew. I still talk to Christian. That's a whole other separate topic right there. Evan, and that's really about all. I don't really talk to too many other people.
I'm kind of the same. I just have. I mean, the thing is I have contacts with everyone from Bait. Well, most of the people I knew from Bateman. But I don't really talk to them, right? I mean, the last time I talked to them was in February because I was re-uploading the videos and I was just sending them the videos and I was like, hey, you want to watch this? And they're like, okay, that's cool. And well, it never formed back and I never reconnected with any of them, but I remember my parents were telling me like, oh, that's kind of how it is, you know? And it's like everyone's busy with work, so it's like no one like it's not like me where I do everything online and I can, talk from my fingertips. So
Yeah, exactly. Like, everybody's either in working or in university or college or doing something, right?
yeah.
Like I've been really, because I'm in my apprenticeship and I'm a third year apprentice now, so I got 2 more years and then I get my license.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been worked pretty hard on that. Managed to join a union and all that stuff. So all that fun shit. Becoming an adult.
Yeah.
You sound super excited, Kyle. Either
Yeah.
that or you're just tired.
Paying taxes. I'm kind of tired too. Today I had kind of a long weekend, and then work today it sucked. It was hot. I was tired. Wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fucking hot today.
Yeah, dude. When you work inside a non-AC building, it's not fun.
Oh man.
Not like I would know. I was inside all day. I didn't
Yeah,
have
you
to
luck-
work.
Yeah. Shut up, you lucky bastard. But yeah, something funny too is Christian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like Matthew, you seen him not too long ago, didn't you?
Yeah, when you guys turned 20, that was the last time I saw him.
Yeah, he's gotten a bit, like I went camping with him not long ago, and I mean, he's gotten better, but he's also gotten worse. Like I don't know how to say it.
I saw his Instagram. He posted a picture of a girl's tit or some shit.
Yeah, he sent me the uncensored version. But he's trying to act like ever since COVID happened, it really messed up his brain. Because Christian was a very social guy, and when he couldn't hang out with people, it really screwed him over, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everyone got screwed over by that.
Yeah. So what it did was that he went really, really just like weird. Like I mean, like just he was trying to act like somebody that he wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was trying to act like a rock star. So he got all these tattoos. All of his arms and all that shit are all covered in tattoos. He wears bandanas and he lives in like, I don't know. He's gotten better. He's more genuine and more of like getting like back to the normal Christian, but he's not the same.
Yeah.
He's never been the same, and now he's got this big thing. Like whenever I see him or something like that, he thinks he's got to outdrink me.
Really?
And he outdrank you?
Oh hell no! I put him to the ground.
Yeah, because you drink. How often do you drink?
I had 3 beers tonight.
There you go.
Nah, I spaced them out though. They're only not tall cans. They're only small cans. I usually only drink on the weekends. I don't do anything else during the week.
Well, yeah, that's better than drinking all the time.
Yeah, I'm not like another. I have another friend of mine that I met him through Carson, and he went to Bateman, but I never knew him throughout high school at all. This guy drinks like if he drinks 1 beer, he can't just drink 1. He's got to drink like 10. And then that's, in my eyes, that's the definition of an alcoholic. But I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, to each their own.
Yeah, Ethan. His name's Ethan Packness. He went to Bateman. He was a year older than us.
Oh.
But he hung around with like Jordan Huxley and all those guys, all the guys who what were their names? I don't even remember those guys. But that was a long time ago, man. That was like 3 years ago.
I think 4 years.
4 years ago now since we've been at Bateman.
Yeah.
I still talk to Dinsey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait,
me and
how?
Kevin go out golf. Me and Kevin go out golfing with him and stuff.
Oh man, lucky. I fucking miss him.
Yeah, but he's not. Because he went to MM, right? He
Yeah.
After Bateman he went to MM, but he never enjoyed school after that. I think he quit teaching now.
I mean, yeah,
Was he-
Bateman was kind of an oddity, you know?
Yeah, he loved Bateman, and then after Bateman, it killed him. Right? He didn't enjoy working anymore.
What does he do now?
He does like random. I think he supply teaches and stuff, and then the occasional time he works at like some food trucks and stuff. He just does little things. 'Cause he's almost retired, right?
Right.
So he just does little things to keep money coming in, but nothing too much.
Yeah,
I'm just-
I don't blame him for not enjoying teaching after Bateman, because, like, honestly, from what I told, from everyone that went to Bateman, when they went to the other schools, they told me about how much they hated it compared to Bateman.
So when I went to MM, I only went there for. Hey, oh no, Jordan, did you go to MM or did you go to Nelson?
Nelson, but I only did online stuff, because, like,
Yeah.
it just worked better out for me, and I lost my social capacity, honestly.
Well, technically, the school board was supposed to, because me and Kevin went to all applied programs. They were supposed to send us back to Hayden, my original high school I was supposed to go to.
Yeah.
But then me and Kevin ended up getting in a schism and going to MM. And then I graduated a quadmester early. I graduated in April, and then I never went to. I started working right after that. And got right in my apprenticeship, and I've been going hard ever since.
Yeah.
I've been working. I've done so much shit.
Has it paid well?
Because I'm in remember how I love to do manufacturing, like Mr. Post class and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I kind of do that every day,
Oh,
basically.
yeah.
So like I work in like different places. So I go to like Frito-Lay where they make the chips and stuff. I've worked in there. I've done all their machines and worked on all the stuff that makes the chips.
Oh.
I've worked in there's a place in Cambridge that builds the Toyota RAV4s, like cars and stuff. I work on their assembly lines and build them and stuff and fix them.
Well, you're doing big
I do
stuff.
also. Yeah, I've done that, and then in the wintertime I went out about a half hour past Oshawa. I worked out there for 6 weeks. I stayed in a hotel. I've been doing good all over the place. Kevin's been pretty busy too. He's doing the same thing as me. He's gone to bed right now.
Oh.
So that's why he didn't join on the call or anything like that. But Kevin's doing just as good as me. Me and him are about equal in with what we've been doing.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear you're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing not too bad. Not too bad. A lot of driving.
Oh.
Rap, man.
Man, I fucking drive on my motorcycle all the time. It's fucking brutal, too. So I can only imagine how bad it's for you.
Yeah, well, like, thing is like, since I work under a company that just, like, tells me where to go. So, I'll get a text message saying, "Hi, Kyle, go to London this day." So I gotta go to London, Ontario one day. And the next day I can be working in Toronto. And then I can be working in Cambridge, Guelph, Hamilton, Brantford. Like, I mean, I go literally everywhere.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
like a good way of saying a place where I work in is you know the Fasco. You know when you go across like the Skyway Bridge and you see that big factory with the big smokestacks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in Hamilton Bay. I've worked in there before.
Oh,
How was that?
Awful place.
I have no idea what's even in there. I don't know what they do.
So in that place, they make steel. So they make steel, and then they sell it to car manufacturers and steel. Like anything that you see that's steel, basically could have come out of the Fasco, and that's the place is called. And I mean, it's disgusting. It's one of the worst places I've ever worked in. Oh, my very first job was working in. I built an Amazon warehouse.
Oh, nice.
Like from the ground up? You helped build it?
I didn't build the building. I built all the conveyors and stuff on the inside.
Oh, nice.
32 kilometers worth of conveyor, which that's a lot of shit, man.
Yeah,
It
some...
takes you like
It is
takes,
Amazon.
dude, it takes you a half an hour to walk from one side to the other side of the building.
Yeah.
Dude, and that's me walking. Remember how fast I walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a half an hour of Kyle time walking right there. Kevin time, you're looking at about 45 minutes.
Kevin walked
Yeah.
that slow.
Kevin walks way slower than me. He does like a casual stroll.
You have places to be.
Exactly. See, I'm more of a company man, you know? I work.
Yeah.
Of course.
But, yeah, dude. Yeah,
Ah.
not too bad. Not too bad.
Jordan,
Yeah.
why have you not, like, drank anything or smoked anything?
It's just not my thing. I tried drinking. I hate the way it tastes. I don't like smoking things. Like, it's just like... I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's good, you know?
I just drink
That's-
Slurpees.
That's the way to do it, Jordan. Don't get involved in any of that stuff. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
It's the best thing to do, because, like, I mean, I've drank, I've smoked weed, I've done all that stuff before, you know. It's
You
not
do hard
it's not,
drugs?
No, I don't touch
You know
that
the
shit.
names of hard drugs.
Yes.
Okay. There's the one that starts with a P. Is
P.
there? Yeah.
Let me think here for a sec. E. I don't think so. Like, you know, like prescription drugs? Or like, what are you talking about here?
Like heroin and stuff. Hard drugs. Is the one that
Me?
starts with a P.
I don't think so. Why?
Because I was talking... So I talked to two guys. I
Yeah.
talked to my friend Liam. My
Yeah.
crackhead neighbor that you call him.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
he introduced me to a guy he knew from high school, and there's just the three of us that talk. And then his name's Quinlan. He's done like all that. He's done weed. He's done shrooms. All that. He said he did a single hard drug, and either I misheard him or I couldn't really hear what he said. But it started with a. I think it started with a P. The name of the drug, and I can't remember what it is because I haven't talked to him in I don't know how long.
Was it
Last time I saw him.
was it like Molly or something?
No, I don't. I don't know.
Was it cocaine?
No, it wasn't cocaine.
I don't see. The thing is, I'm not ever gonna touch any of that shit because I know you do it one time, it can hook you on it for the rest of your life, and I don't want to risk that.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't do it. He said he's tried it. The other stuff, the smaller drugs he does.
Yeah, like I mean, I smoke pot and stuff, but like I don't get any more than that. That's like my limitation, you know.
Just weed.
Yeah.
Oh,
How about
yeah.
cigarettes?
Yeah, I've smoked a couple of those. It's weird because like I remember being like younger and being like, oh, I don't want to ever touch that. Those are disgusting. Those are gross. But dude, you have like a couple beers in you, man, and somebody pulls out a pack of smokes. So like, yeah, you want to smoke? You're like, oh, that's very tempting.
No, that's not me. I like my drink. You saw me when I was at your party.
Yeah, I started off like you, and then I evolved. I'm like Charmander, like evolved member Charizard.
I am protective of the drink I'm working on. If I'm not drinking and someone's like, you should probably not drink anymore, I'm like, fine. But if I'm in the middle of a drink and we just discovered this when I was drinking with my buddy Liam and Quinlan, like on Friday night, I think it was.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 beers in,
Oh,
and
you're
they tried
sloshed.
it. Well, not really. I didn't have like. Yeah, I felt perfectly fine the next morning. I woke up like 4 hours later. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you see-
But they tried to stop me in the middle of one of my drinks, and I was fucking attacked one of them.
It's the way it is, you know. You get very protective of. It's like a bear with their child, you know. You don't try to attack. You know, you got your beer. You know, you can't take it from my hands.
Yeah, I started another one after that, and then I was
Yeah.
like, no, this is the last one. I just dumped it out. So.
Well, like 3 weeks ago, or two or 3 weeks ago, I went down to my buddy Oliver from grade school. He goes to Brock University now, and we went down to Brock. We've been going down there ever since he first started, but we've been going more and more and more recently. And I went down there, and he's like, "Let's go clubbing."
Right.
So a club is something you'll never. It's something really hard to explain. You have to be there to understand it. But it's like you basically are around a whole bunch of 20-year-olds that just get hammered,
Right.
and a bunch of really, really good-looking girls.
Of course.
And my friend Tyler dumped a double rum and coke on me, man. I was not expecting. I'm sitting there, you know, you drink, like I had probably. So the thing is like, if you buy a drink in the club, it costs you an arm and a leg. So that's why you do the pre-game. You drink before, and then you go there and stuff.
Yeah.
We drink like Kevin. The worst is when Kevin goes White Claw Surge Night, which is 7% drinks.
Yeah.
You have like 8 of those, and you're done for.
I see. How many did you
yeah.
drink?
Oh, you know, I've been. Okay, here's a good example. So when me, Kevin, and Evan, and when we rode at Carson's house, in 1 week, we drank 170 cans.
Ah.
But that's because we were on vacation mode. You know, we were having a good time. We were on vacay mode.
Right.
I felt like a bag of shit after, not gonna lie. But, you know, yeah, it was a fun time. But I tend, in the wintertime, I tend to slow down on my drinking and stuff, and I just kind of mind my own business.
Right.
Until, like, the occasional time we'll go, like the past, like, on Friday, I went out with me, Evan, Kevin, and my friend Ethan and Tyler, and we went out to the bar, we had a couple drinks, and then we ended up going to Game Time Social.
Right.
And you know Game Time Social, right?
I think so.
I know it exists. I've never been there.
Yeah, oh, we gotta take you, man. And we drank pretty heavily, and let's just say I was the god at karaoke. because Tyler brought his 2 friends. Remember? Oh, do you remember that girl I was talking about when you were in high school named Julia?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was there, and she brought her cousin, and her cousin is smoking hot, man.
Right.
And like,
You know,
the whole
I
What?
never understand that.
what?
Why would I hear people talk about it all the time, but someone's friend bringing their cousin along, like, with them, or just like their own. I don't understand that really. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it was 2 girls and 4 guys.
I see.
And let's just say your boy Kyle had the Riz game going on until he got drunk.
What happened when you got drunk?
I started
puke
saying
on her?
karaoke. What?
You puke on her or something?
No. I never puke.
Okay.
don't know. I was just acting like an idiot and slurring and stuff.
Slur.
What type
Slur.
of slurs?
Just just like
The
like,
N-word?
no. I'm
I
saying,
love the N-word. Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
what the N-word?
Yes.
You cannot say the N-word.
I love the N-word with the hard R. It is my favorite word because I love being racist.
Yeah, one of the last text messages you said to me was, "Hi Kyle, I need you to say the N-word to me. Hard R in caps."
Yeah.
How long?
Wait, was the
Yeah.
N-wording? Was it the N-word or I say I need you to say the N-word?
You said I need you to send me a
Okay,
video
yeah.
of you saying the N-word.
With the heart. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I don't slip that. I don't let that word slip out of my mouth too often.
I don't either, but I can. I don't really care.
Oh, I can too.
I
I don't
don't
give a shit.
do it in public. I'll only
Yeah.
do it in private.
Well, like, there's a difference between saying the hard R and then just rolling the A.
Yeah.
No. You never roll the A. It's always the hard R.
Yeah. You say that one time in front of the wrong person, you're gonna get your ass beat.
Well, yeah, I know that.
You get your ass handed to you.
That's why you don't say it in public. Have you got attacked for saying the N-word?
No, I was very afraid of a black guy a couple of years ago, and that's and I've always been afraid since.
Of a black guy? Black people?
I'll say a black gang.
Uh,
I was at McMaster's homecoming, and
was this the
I kept
party you went to?
no, this was a party 2 years ago I went to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was never a big party guy, and then I've just been slowly getting more and more into it. It's weird. It's really complicated. Okay, it's complicated.
Okay.
It's my friend Oliver. He's the guy that like reels us in. Tyler though, Tyler just, oh my god, that guy's a lunatic.
What does he do?
Oh, he just drinks a whole Mickey of vodka and then goes nuts.
How many drinks have you mixed at a time? Like into one juice, let's call it.
I've never done that, but I've mixed many drinks in my stomach before. That's
So on Friday.
That's not good. Like when you're, I was at so there's a really embarrassing story of me when I was at Brock University last year. I was at my buddy's, I was at Oliver's house.
Yeah.
With a bunch of his friends, and I think it was like in the wintertime or something. Yeah, it was freezing cold out. I remember that, and they fed me. It was a White Claw surge night. Me and Kevin drank like 7 or 8 White Claws, and then we went to the bar, and I had a bunch of beer, and we were doing shots left, right, and center. Now you absolutely do not ever, on any means, ever mix beer, coolers, and shots.
Why?
That's like creating the Hiroshima bomb in your stomach, man. Can't do that shit.
Oh.
You don't mix. You stick with one. Or like a common saying is beer before liquor, never been sicker. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear.
How about this
And,
combination? When I drank this, it was beer,
You made a
whiskey,
combo.
rum, vodka, Sprite, and mug. All mixed into a fucking glass. And he just drank it. I didn't drink it, he drank it.
Were you guys playing like King's Cup or something, or was it just like
No, he's a big fat dude, so in order to get drunk quicker, he does that shit. Because he doesn't want to waste a bunch of money.
That is awful, man. I couldn't even imagine drinking that.
I saw him drink it, I'm like, what the fuck, man? What was that?
Oh, that makes me shiver. Like the only time I'd ever do something like that is when you're playing like a game called King's Cup.
What's
and
that?
that's where everybody mixes their. So if you got like eight to 10 people in a room, everybody pours a little bit of their own drink that they got in their hand in a cup, and then you play like a card game, going around in a circle, and whoever loses has to chug the cup down.
Oh, this was like bigger than a fucking solo cup type cup.
Oh, you're talking.
It was like a
schooner.
glass or something.
Like
I
big old
don't know.
schooner.
Man.
The best thing ever was when you. No, I can't say that. That's too bad. I was gonna say
No,
something.
say it. The best thing ever is when what?
What?
No, it could be incriminating on my behalf, so I'm not gonna say it.
You'll be fine. What do you think we're gonna do? Kill you?
Yeah. Like, why would I want to do that? You guys have been so good to me.
No, it's more of an embarrassing thing. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Oh man.
But like, yeah, I got a little. Yeah, I kind of learned how to pace myself. The last like 2 years, I was drinking quite a bit, and then now I'm kind of realizing that it's not so good to do that much. The worst thing ever. Hey Matty, I'm gonna get you to experience this one day, okay?
What?
You gotta drink probably a good 5 or 6 beers, and then you gotta smoke a joint.
Why?
Because it makes you feel like you're on the Leviathan, but endless.
Man, I do not like roller coasters.
I just remembered that you have severe vertigo. That wouldn't be so good for you.
I would explode.
I remember when we were at Canada's Wonderland, me and Matthew weren't going on the roller coasters. And we just...
No, we took them.
I think I went on 2, but that was
You
it
went on-
out of like the
I
20 or
we-
something you guys went on.
I remember we convinced you to go on. I think I convinced you to go on a stunt coaster,
Yeah, and then I went on the wooden one with Kevin.
and you yelled the entire time.
Because this guy lied to me. I couldn't see half the track, and he's like, "Oh no, that's it. There's nothing more to it. It's just like this 2 things." It's like, okay, sure, I'll try it. And then nope, it was like I only saw like a third of it. It's like, fuck, man, this guy.
Remember how fast it took off?
Yeah.
I went there. I've already gone. I got a season's pass there. I go there like, last year I went there so many times, but then this year I've just been working too much and I can't go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, man. I'm probably gonna go back for Halloween Haunt. I just don't know when. Halloween Haunt is fun. Have you guys ever been there for Halloween Haunt?
No.
No.
It's awesome.
What do they even do?
They try to scare the shit out of you.
Ah, I see.
Like you walk around the park and like people will jump out at you. But the thing is when you're in a group of guys that are like, if you got like 5 or 6 guys with you, they won't scare you because they're afraid that you're gonna beat the crap out of them. So,
Wow.
I swear to God, man, it works like that. There can be a group of like younger teenagers in front of us, and they'll scare the shit out of them. But the second like we walk by, they're like, ooh, they won't scare us. And
Let's
I didn't
not
get.
try that.
I went there like 3 times last year for Halloween Haunt, and I never got scared any time besides once. And I was going through the mount. I was in Wonder Mountain going through some maze, and some stupid witch had to jump out and scare me. And like,
Were you alone?
No, we were going through. It was like some weird like, what was it called? It had a weird name. It was like some like, it had like a bunch of strobe lights and smoke, and it was like scary music, and like you couldn't see anything, and all of a sudden somebody just popped out from beside me. I didn't even yell. I didn't even scream. I just kind of like jumped, like shook a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, and then let's just say that she was like, I scared you. I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
Oh, what a bitch.
I know, right?
Should have pulled a Carson on her.
Yeah, beat her.
Beat her.
Carson, you guys should see what Carson looks like now.
Does he look the same? Or does he like, what is he, give a description. I don't know, what's changed?
He's gotten a lot fatter.
Oh,
I mean, like, big. Carson's big.
how much does he weigh?
Discord mod size?
Who?
I said, is he like Discord mod size?
He's like EDP size.
Oh god.
Did you hear about EDP?
Well, he's not like that big, but he's on his way to become that big.
No, but did you hear about what happened to him like a month ago?
No, the cupcake?
Didn't he do another cupcake thing or something like that?
Yeah, he got caught again trying to talk to minors.
The guy doesn't learn, man.
I know,
You know,
it's...
You gotta be subtle with that shit, you know?
Yeah, like you... This guy.
Oh,
You
there's
telling me you talk to minors?
there was a funny video I seen. Where was it? Something really funny. Oh, so there's a video of a quarter pounder or something. And then after it says, so it goes quarter pounder, and then it goes toddler pounder, and it shows EDP. Oh man.
But how much do you think Carson weighs?
He's probably 300 or more.
Do you think he weighs more than 350?
No, no, not yet. Like I said,
see.
he's on his way to it, but he's not like at it yet.
Right.
Oh. Jesus.
Yeah, he's a chunky boy, man. He likes his food.
Well, not surprising for a wife beater.
Kyle, have you
What?
found a girlfriend yet?
Me?
Yes, you.
You know, I'm taking my time.
Still looking around.
You know, you gotta look at the menu, but you gotta look at the appetizers. You know, you gotta look at the mains, and then you gotta look at the desserts and stuff. You know.
Here, I'll send you what my girl looks like.
Uh-oh. Are you being for real, or is this about to be
No,
something
this is real.
horrible?
No, this is real. No. I've changed, Matthew. I'm not gonna send you porn.
This is real.
Yeah, it's my girlfriend, Samantha.
How long have
Oh,
you known
nice.
her for?
I met her last year, in the summer of, I think it was June. Yeah, June.
Oh, cool, dude. Good for you, man.
Congratulations.
And I know it's surprising. So yes, I did move on from Denise. So there's that.
When did you move on?
2019 or 2020, like after the whole thing happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Besides, Samantha has a bigger butt anyways. Because
I mean,
it's like it's my duty to just compliment her and say she's better than every other woman. So, that's why.
yeah.
It also appears that she is darker.
Oh god, no, don't worry, she's edgy as me, don't worry.
You can't be caught saying the N-word around her!
You sure? Well, I haven't tried it, but maybe.
I am pretty sure I would be sure. I wouldn't risk it.
I mean, if I did that, she'd probably sit her ass on my face or some shit like that. It'd suffocate me. Oh my god.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not saying I've browsed. That's all I'm gonna say.
What?
Browse.
Oh, okay.
But I've seen a thing or two. But
I've seen
I-
a thing or two.
but I'm not. Like I'm
You're not
telling you,
gonna
like,
jump to the. You're not running to the finish line.
exactly. You know, I'm taking a casual stroll.
Yeah. Trying not to eat the meals too quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Take um, it was actually kind of funny this wait, Matthew, you were there. Wait, were you with us last New Year's?
No, not New Year's.
Oh, we were at Burlington Bowl last year, and that Julia, right? I don't know
Right.
why. I don't know why she keeps like popping up. Like, so we're at New Year's.
You're cutting out. Hold on.
Oh, my data.
You don't have internet?
Lordy.
No, I have internet, but it's shit. I remember I live in the middle of absolute nowhere, basically.
Well, I guess so.
But yeah, we were sitting here and Tyler really wanted her to be his New Year's kiss, right?
Which
And
girl?
this girl Julia, the one that I talked about a
Is this
a
the
while
one that
ago.
was at your party?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You've seen her, right? So we're sitting here and we're at, like, she used to be a lot better looking when she was younger, but we're sitting here and we're at New Year's, and she's still a nice girl and stuff, and she goes, Tyler looks at me and he goes, all I ask of you, Kyle, is do not kiss her on New Year's. He goes, you know how upset I'll be. I go, yeah, I know. So we're sitting here, I had a couple beers, Tyler had a couple beers, this and that. Julia had a glass of wine. We're all playing bowling, and then New Year's rolls around 12 o'clock, and she looks over and she goes, Kyle, you want to be my New Year's kiss? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, jeez.
Right? I look over at Tyler, and Tyler's just like, yeah, staring me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, here we go again. And he, I went for it. I had a good little kiss, but let's just say that Tyler did not let that sit well. He was like, I think I'm having a heart attack, and this and that, and pulled all the attention on there. I was like that asshole. But it was. I look back. I woke up the next day and I was just like, shit. I really messed up. I don't know. I guess I have an issue with talking to, like, my friends' girlfriends and, like, acquaintances, because I was in the car with Oliver's girlfriend one time. Oh, she was a smoke show. And Oliver and Kevin were up in the front driving, and me and his girlfriend were in the back. And I was like, that's your first mistake right there. I get a little bit of liquor in me, and I can talk up a storm. And we're sitting here, me and her sit in the back, eating shit, having a fun time. She's laughing, and I'm laughing. And we were getting into some really deep conversations. And I guess Oliver was, like, not a part of that, not a fan of it. And we pull up to a stop sign, and he's like, Kevin, pull over now. And he looks back and he goes, Kyle, we're swapping seats at this moment. And his girlfriend's like, why? Like we're not doing anything, we're just talking. And Oliver's like, I don't like it. Blah, blah, blah. Well, it turns out his girlfriend didn't like that because she broke up with him 3 days later. Yeah. Well, at least I got to have a little bit of good conversation there,
So, get the kind of girl that if Kyle starts talking to her, she's just gonna fucking hit him, knock him out. Oh, you guys don't know.
What?
I love wizard posting.
Wizard posting? What do you mean?
I love wizard memes with all my fucking being.
You are the wizard.
Yeah.
That got me thinking, how did that nickname come to be?
Yeah,
Mathavius the wizard.
I don't remember how. What did I say that got you to start saying that?
Calling you the wizard?
Yeah. What did I do?
We started calling you the wizard because you wore your hoodie all the time. And
Oh.
you had long black hair, and you always wore your hoodie up, so we always called you the Wizard.
I still have long hair. Very fortunate.
What did you grow it back out long?
Yeah, it's the longest it's ever been.
Really? Because I last time I seen you, I think you had like it wasn't short, but it was like mid. It wasn't that long yet.
I mean, it might have blended in with my fucking coat, or maybe I just forgot to untuck it and it was just underneath it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I might let you guys go. I'm probably gonna go head off to bed now, anyways.
Alright.
Alright.
Hey,
I'll
if you
go
guys,
too. I gotta shower still.
yeah, but hey, if you guys want to have a call like in the next week or two or in a couple days or whatever, just shoot me a message on Discord. Like sometimes I don't respond, but I usually see what's going on. I see the messages and shit, right?
What day is it? Today's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do one. If we're gonna do one this week, I can't do one Wednesday, Thursday, but any day after that, I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Whenever you want to do a call, just shoot me a text or something. Or message in my group chat. And the next time we have a call, I'll get Kevin on. You guys
Alright.
can talk. You guys can shoot the shit with him a little bit too.
Alright. I mean,
See what's up.
I'm sorry if
see
I
what's up
haven't
with Kev.
messaged or talked in the like past 2 years. It's just I've never been good with starting conversations, especially after COVID. It like completely destroyed
no
my
worries,
socials.
Jordan.
I
Oh,
mean,
no.
I've been wanting to talk to like people from Bateman and reconnecting friendships and stuff because like you guys were so nice to me and I have to thank you for that.
Oh, no worries, dude. No problem at all. I apologize for not talking enough to you either. I've just gotten so hung up in work and shit, and that's the main reason why sometimes I don't respond quick, is because I'm at work and my mind's always just like busy with work and.
Yeah. I completely understand. I'm the same.
But yeah, no, like we gotta maybe sometime later on or something like that after we have a couple calls. Maybe we'll meet up somewhere or something like that and get lunch together or something.
Yeah, sure, I'd be down.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, well, it was awesome talking to you guys.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you guys later on.
Yeah, see ya.
I guess I'll talk to you guys later then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see you guys. You guys all have a good night.
You too.
You too.
Bye.
Alright. So what are you doing now, Matthew?
I have to shower still, and I work, I think, 10 hours tomorrow and Friday. No, it's Wednesday, Thursday, so I'm just gonna get my sleep in.
Yeah, I'm going to bed in an hour or two. I'm just gonna, yeah. It was nice
I'll
talking
talk to you, I guess, maybe later this week or next week or something then.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, talk to you then.
See ya.
See you around.
We'll go back to 75.
Noble team, longswords are inbound and ready to push. Orbital defense is standing by to take the shot.
This cutscene.
Beautiful, ain't it? Someone should take a picture.
Nice work, by the way.
I aim to please.
5, 6. Get down to the science wing. Dr. Halsey wants a debrief and command saying we're all hers.
Repeat. Sounded like you said Halsey.
I did.
Copy that, on our way. Don't need command to tell me. Been all hers half my life.
I requested your assistance, Commander, and do not need a report on events that occur on my own doorstep. What I do require is a detailed account of your previous engagement. George, it's been too long.
Mom,
What have you done with my armor?
just some additions I've made.
Indeed. Visegrad Relay. Its data center was home to one of my xenoarchaeologists, Professor Laszlo Sorvad. Perhaps you could shed some light on his death.
If he was a civilian male in his mid-60s, he died with a Covenant energy sword through his abdomen.
Elites, then.
They engaged us as well. It was just after we found your scientist's daughter, Mom. She was hiding in the...
Irrelevant. The elites. Tell me more about them.
3, Zealot class. One got by us. The leader, from the looks of him.
Zealots. You're certain?
Their armor configuration matched.
Shield strength 2.
I gave the order not to pursue. Our primary objective was to get the station's relay back online.
Your primary objective? Commander, are you a puppet or a Spartan?
Ma'am?
There are those at Oni, myself included, who believe the Covenant dispatch elite advance teams to hunt down artifacts of value to their religion. Survivor account suggests such teams are small, nimble, and almost always Zealot class. No doubt they came to the station for the abundance of Oni excavation data stored there. And you let them get away.
Data retrieval was not a command directive. Even had we known, we had other more urgent matters to attend to.
Like warning the planet.
Professor Sorvad's final entry in his field notes made reference to a latchkey discovery. Latchkey. Not a word he would use lightly. So let's hope that the data module your Lieutenant Commander stole contains it.
Cat?
Before you ask, I was alerted the moment you attempted to access its contents, as I am with any unauthorized tap. That data is classified Tier 1. I could send you to the brig for interfering with my work.
Maybe you'd like to join her.
I'm sorry?
We're currently under emergency planetary directive, winter contingency. I'm sure you're familiar with the punishment for civilian interference with the Spartan deployment.
Are you threatening me, Commander?
Just making a reading suggestion, ma'am. Let's move, noble team.
Mom?
That will be all, George.
Oh my lord. I pressed the wrong thing, now the computer's frozen. Okay, so going to this place.
Recon Team Bravo reporting in. 3 and 6 in position. It's starting to get crowded up here, Cat.
Then we're closing in. Report to any Covenant structures or devices. Direct action may be necessary.
Copy that. When Cat runs an op, direct action is always necessary. Here, you may need these. High velocity, armor piercing. They'll take the hat off an elite at 2,000 yards. And they ain't cheap.
The cinematics in this game are beautiful. Hold on, before I... Yeah, just put that there, okay. chat is broken for me. Oh well, it's not like anyone
I'll be in
watches
touch.
this anyways.
Recon Bravo. The sector ahead is dark to electronic surveillance.
Covenant can lock on instruments?
So it would seem. And Command wants to know what they're hiding.
Elite. It's yours. Do it quiet. Not bad.
Meant to assassinate him. Now, none of these weapons are silenced, so be careful.
Recon Bravo to Noble 2. Stand by for contact report.
Standing by to copy, over.
We have eyes on multiple hostiles patrolling the settlement. Is what we're looking for, Captain?
Negative. Too small. You're not in the dark zone yet. Engage at your own discretion, but keep moving.
You heard him, 6. Drop those tangos.
Please, please let me do this. Well, what? There's cloak right there. Okay.
Good work. Incoming. Looks like you really pissed them off.
Damn it.
any of that out?
Affirmative, Recon Bravo. It's an indigenous creature called Guta.
Security sidearm, standard issue. Pump station. Got eyes on civilians. I'm taking more local militia. They've engaged hostiles.
Move to assist. They may have intel we need.
Order 6, keep those civilians alive. Noble 2, we're at some sort of pump station. Got eyes on civilians. I'm taking more local militia. They've engaged hostiles.
Move to assist. They may have intel we need.
Order 6, keep those civilians alive.
Coming for you, Bob.
Noble 2, we're at some sort of pump station. Got eyes on civilians. More local militia. They've engaged hostiles.
Move to assist. They may have intel we need.
Order 6, keep those civilians alive.
Give us a hand! Bastards just keep coming!
Fire in my position.
A little more action than we're used to. You Spartans are good in a fight.
What are you doing here? Whole area is supposed to be evacuated.
Didn't like leaving it to someone else to protect our home, so we came back. For this. We have them hidden all over the territory.
You know, this stuff is stolen.
What, you gonna arrest me?
No, I'm gonna steal it back. Another dropship coming in.
That didn't work.
Another dropship coming in.
I see them! Need to get a better position.
I'm just coming in here. Hope you don't mind.
Road leads to a hydroelectric plant, but the gate doesn't work.
Alternate route?
We use the riverbed to smuggle rations, weapons.
Basically anything the UNSC considers contraband.
Basically.
Show us.
So, where should I stand?
There's the riverbed, 6. Let's see where it goes.
Where does this riverbed lead? Straight to the hydro plant. We dammed this river up 45 years ago. Plant powers every settlement in the territory.
Okay, clear. Let's move. Cap, are you seeing this? Government structure. Big pylon. Heavily fortified.
That's the source of our dark zone.
Okay. Consider it gone.
Negative. Stick a remote dead charge on it. Command is planning something big. They say that pylon died with dawn.
We'll blow it.
We're gonna clear the area, and I'm gonna plant the remote dead charge. You need to provide some cover.
Push them!
Open fire! Where does this riverbed lead?
Straight to the hydro plant. We dammed this river up 45 years ago. Plant powers every settlement in the territory.
Okay, clear. Let's move. Cap, are you seeing this? Government structure. Big pylon. Heavily fortified.
That's the source of our dark zone.
Okay. Consider it gone.
Negative. Stick a remote dead charge on it. Command is planning something big. They say that pylon died with dawn.
We'll blow it.
We're gonna clear the area, and I'm gonna plant the remote dead charge. We want to provide some cover. Go right ahead.
Are you dead yet? No? You will be. Maybe you should show that I got this. Eyes peeled.
Damn it.
Somewhere inconspicuous, I hope?
Stuck it inside the pylon's power supply.
Alright, keep pushing into the dark zone. Command wants to know what the Covenant are hiding.
Southeast of the hydro plant.
Copy. Uploading security codes to you now.
What else survived?
Okay, got him. Unlocking the gate.
Recon Bravo. You're heading into the dark zone now.
Understood. Phantom. Look too close for comfort. Fire into number 6. Hit him from the side. Coming in. I think we're getting more.
Oh crap. Oh, high big assets. I pretty much finished everything. I already put it on. Well, I finished everything I wanted to do today. I'm just freaking streaming on YouTube. And Discord doesn't want to work. Yeah, it won't let me stream here. Oh, whatever. I guess you can just talk if you want, because I have things I want to talk about. Oh my god, my fingernail. Discord's lagging so much right now. I'm trying to see the chat. Oh, there you go. Okay, hey yo. So I got some stuff done on Do you see that? Nothing on the game today. Not exactly sure what I'm doing next, but I gotta do some of the scenes.
Solid stop. Don't stop now.
I'm trying to release a demo or something. You know, when I get that channel.
You're gonna die! Shot me!
also made other enemies in the game too. Ah, he left. Well, I tried to trade conversation.
Jackpot. Transmitting visual. You've seen this cat?
Confirmed. Receiving Nova 3 and Nova 6 live visual of a Covenant strike force.
It's no strike force. It's an invading army. If we're gonna smother this thing, we need to go in hard and fast.
Agreed. All recon teams disengage and fall back. Sun will be up in a few hours, and it's going to be a very busy day.
It appears that Noble Team's discovery last night was not an anomaly. Large Covenant deployments have occurred undetected, and we are now under attack across the Vieri territory, including orbital defenses. As per the winter contingency, we are countering on every front. Noble's reconnaissance has also identified sophisticated Covenant army hiding canopies, and has pinpointed what's believed to be a landing zone for additional Covenant forces, the origin of which is yet to be determined.
Well, I'm saving quit, because I want to see if there's any socials we can check out. Yeah, I guess we'll keep doing elite. Elite armor, though. Guess we'll keep general for now. What for colors, though? So, if we're doing socials, we'll show up as blue and yellow. So, blue and yellow. Those are our current colors. I'm just going to screenshot. Okay. And now we're a zealot. Go away. Wait, is there any good desert buses? No, maybe, but... Social. Okay. Firebase Delta. Ah, man, it's been a while. Oh, great. People voice chatting. You know, as they do.
Is McCheck who I think it is? I have this dude on Xbox Live. Let me check.
Oh, shit.
Yeah! McCheck is the dude I have on Xbox Live.
Who?
I haven't... This McChecked guy, I haven't played with him in like 2 years. McChecked? Yeah, we're friends on Xbox. You've had me on your friends list for like 2 years. I don't remember what we played together. I forgot too. But we're friends on fucking Xbox, and I have absolutely no idea what we played together. Yeah, and he's in this server with me. I knew I recognized his name.
Stop!
Yeah, check your friends list. It's right there. I'm on your friends list. Yeah, I know, right? Did you used to play Destiny? Piece of crap. Maybe. Oh shit! I did not mean for that to happen. Oh my god. I just want to blow it up.
See, he's kind of like
This is awkward. I think McShag is good people. So giving him yeah, I might have played Halo with you then, who knows? But I don't think giving him UNSC would be an issue, but I don't know, I haven't played with the dude in years. It's been like 2 years. It's just a social server, dude. We're just chilling, hanging shit. Heck? Oh, okay, cool. I like your armor for an elite. What's up, baby? What you got?
Read this when you get a chance. Oh no, that's fine.
This is my truck note.
No, it's like a denial for.
I think I need some prison.
Is that for the truck though, or?
That's for the trucks.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna troll social if it's someone on my friends list. Let's try Fort Walker. Maybe we won't see that guy again, and I won't feel bad about killing people. Oh, perfect. You know, see, we're just walking in here. Oh, hi, Zombot. Now, yeah, sniper right there. That's perfect. Okay. So, okay. Oh, fuck that. I'm just gonna walk. So, okay. There doesn't seem to be any traits. Civilian population completely unaware of my intentions. Let me in. You're not pressing it. Oh, look what you've done now. There we go. No, don't worry. I did knock him off the cliff. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, that's a sussy imposter. So, we have a big dude right over there. Yeah, just ignore the body. Just ignore the body. knocked over. I'm just checking it out here. Oh, look, a falcon. Wow, good thing I took flying lessons. Otherwise, this would be pretty useless. No, we're just gonna fly, you know, just fly. So, yeah, don't worry, I'm a helicopter. Helicopter. Whoa! Hello, like some trans... Oh. Quite unfortunate, really. Oh, come on! Why are you shooting at me? Hello. I have transport. Hello. See, I'm completely friendly. So I'm really tempted to just run them over with this. I am so tempted right now. They're just making it so easy. Yes. Yes. See, every time I hesitate, things go wrong. So, I shouldn't hesitate. Oy, hey. Shit. Oh, shit. Mayday, mayday. See, I'm just really bad at flying this, you know? Really bad. Hello. See, this is completely unintentional. Completely unintentional. God. Hello. Man, quite unfortunate. Quite the circumstances we had. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. So we may have gotten knocked out, but... See, that would be a complete accident. Complete accident. So far, I don't think he knows what I did. So, good terms. Hello. No, 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 no. Okay. You want to play that game? Oh shit. See? What are you doing? Oh, that's the guy that,
Revenge.
See, that was purely by accident. Just, damn it, we're gonna spawn kill now. Well, it did. Okay, just, God damn it. Okay, this is just unfair. I have a bigger hitbox. Hello, don't worry, I am friendly. Friendly indeed. Friendly indeed. You know that? You know that. You know that. Oh, come on. Why are you doing this? Let me... Hey. Thanks. Okay. This might be the worst and best decision I've made. Dead up. Good choice. Hello. There we go. A quite unfortunate situation. Now, you see, this is unfair because I'm an elite and he has an unfair advantage. Doesn't matter how many times you die. What matters is the times you die. No, he seems really mad that we killed him. Quite unfortunate. See, this is unfair because he has an unfair advantage. Thanks. Thanks. Let's see. I'm just like... just taking this. No, I got his shields down. Sure, after a million years. See if you just missed me. Let's see. Just give power button. My job is to override Oh, come on. This is because they have shot me. Hello.
Oh man, somebody already played.
What are you doing, Serge?
I'm trying to figure out how to add visual physics to the brass. What?
Oh. Hello. Thanks. Oh, of course, the Virgin's gonna come down.
Revenge. Killjoy. Killjoy. Revenge.
Hello.
Hello. So, how are things?
That's fine.
Okay. I wanted to say something. Fucking love Hunter.
Really?
I like the design. It's like I said before. It's this, like, you created essentially what's like basically a brawler kind of hunter, like something you like send in specifically to like fight in like close quarters and that sort of thing. Like this thing isn't like the other hunters would like they hold back or they wait behind like the like walking artillery. This is like something that will actively go into a fight and like use a creative use of Blamite as both armor and as projectile.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I could easily see like the best compliment I can give is that it really feels like something the Covenant would have created and sent out at some point.
Yeah, I'm glad that I captured that.
Yeah. Again, that's the thing I love about fan works, is that people really go nuts and they create some really amazing fucking shit. I'm like, yes, do more of this. I need this, you know? Not this watered down cookie cutter bullshit.
Yeah. It's just too many mods just don't bother to change enemies or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. They just create whatever the hell is like convenient, or they'll like reskin it slightly and go like, oh, here's a slightly different enemy, now go kill it. It's like, uh-huh. You know what it reminds me of?
What?
The fiasco with Hunt Down the Freeman's like introduction combat.
So, what's about that?
Mm-hmm. So, in Half-Life, there is a very heavy implication that the Combine that attacked Earth are not the same Combine that we see in the game, and that the forces we're dealing with are just humans heavily augmented to be like fighters and things like that, right? And Valve, excuse me, at an early point actually did create concept art for like the Combine from other worlds and things like that. This is where like the Combine synths really come from, right? And what happened was that they never really got around to making them because the modeling process would have been too difficult, basically, especially with like everything else and like all the reworks and everything that like Half-Life 2 was going through at the time. So they couldn't really like bring this concept art to life. Hunt Down the Freeman tried to bring the that concept art combines to the game, but I'll give them credit, they didn't actually like try to steal the models for the beta combines that I think Loki Films originally created all the way like back in the early days of Source and things like that. They actually wanted to create their own beta combine, basically, like what was leading the charge at that point. It's just the problem was that they didn't actually do a good job about it. They modeled the thing completely like as accurately as humanly possible, but the problem is that the model, from what I can tell, the original beta combines are described as like very tall and like imposing, sort of like gladiatorial fighters, essentially, almost.
Yeah.
They have like weapons that are very like spear-based weapons that like will shoot projectiles and things like that. So, kind of like the Wakandans, only less cringe. Again, nobody saw that and thought this is racist, because like a common like derogatory to black people is calling them spear chuckers.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
God, it's just, oh my God, I'm sorry. I looked at and my immediate thought was like, what the fuck? Who made this, said, yeah, this is fine, and then just said, fuck it, you know? Like, just, whatever. It's like, we can't, like, again, we have all this advanced technology, and like, ooh, we're so great in the comparison to the rest of the world. Spears. You know, when the rest of the world has these things called guns.
It's because they think firearms are evil, bad.
You know what's ironic? We've proven that older technology is actually more barbaric than newer technology. You know what muskets used to fire at people?
No, I do not. Gunpowder?
Lead-lined balls that could, if fired at a perfect or like a direct range, puts a golf ball-sized hole through you. And it was extremely agonizing, it was painful, and you would not die quickly. You would suffer slowly.
Oh god.
That was our that's our most primitive firearm. So imagine, like, again, all I'm thinking about with these vibranium spears is that you're not killing people quickly. You're throwing this at people, and then they're just bleeding out slowly on the ground. Again, a gun is more humane. You backward savages. And I am not afraid to say that to the Wakandans. They're always like, oh, slave trader. And I'm like, okay, savage, whatever. It's like, I have this wonderful thing that's called soap. You should try it sometime. It's like, oh, you... I'm sure they'd, like, say something to me, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck, darling. I am Puerto Rican. I am used to be called all sorts of nasty shit. The rest of my people call me a Mongol, for Christ's sakes. There's very little you could do. So fuck off. Anyway. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, getting back to the point. The thing is that with Hunt Down the Freeman, they got the model, they built it, they actually did something creative, right? But they didn't do anything new with the AI or the NPCs for the game. So, you know when you like spawn Half-Life NPCs in like a Garry's Mod map and you just have them like fight each other?
Yeah.
You know how they just kind of like run around and don't really like do anything? They just kind of like, you know, stand around, shoot at each other, and kind of like slightly walk and move around?
Yeah.
Same thing. So you would have, and because they scaled them up incorrectly, because they actually made them like, I think like 7 feet tall, basically. They look completely and utterly like ridiculous. It's like, this is what happens when you don't scale your enemies properly to the model scale, because you wind up with like inconsistencies, and the end result was exactly what you would imagine. You got like these realistic human soldiers fighting these bobble-headed aliens that look completely out of place. Using the Combine assault rifle that canonically they're not supposed to have until like after the 7-hour war.
Yeah.
But again, since
It doesn't make any sense.
they didn't bother.
You know?
Yeah, they didn't. Well, the thing is that they didn't bother creating a one-time weapon for like the enemies. They just said, "Fuck it, just slap this on," because again, you can tell that they're using what's it called? They're just using NPC rigging. They just said, "Fuck it, just use this," blah 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 blah, and that was the end of it. And the end result is this kind of like weird fucking thing, which is ironic because, funnily enough, sometime later we get the wonderful MSS0, or sorry, the wonderful Half-Life fan game, Zero 2, that basically said, "Hold my beer, Half-Life fans. I'm gonna give you what you want," and successfully gave us like a better Hunt Down the Freeman than Hunt Down the Freeman. And actually, from what I've heard from like my old contacts, there's a dedicated team who successfully managed to steal the game from the original creator and are working to make it a better game than it was before, like actually make it fun and playable. And they have decided to make the graffiti that was like trash talking him even worse, where it's just basically just really snide remarks like, "Where's our money, Ben? Where's our money? You know, it's funny what happens when you don't pay your employees what you owe, Ben," and just so on and so forth. And it was fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, as they deserve.
Exactly, because fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, it's one of those like situations where, especially with Hunt Down the Freeman and things like that, where that's really where the problems stem from. And I mean it specifically with Hunt Down the Freeman too. It's just that it became like very apparent that this was a problem, like from the word shove, basically. And it's just kind of funny when you think about it, but you know, it's neither here nor there, and it's just one of those problems where it's like, again, you need to scale your models properly. Oh, and apparently people have found the old fucking Hunt Down the Freeman.
Old?
A long time ago, before what happened, Ben released like early fucking like fuse model plans and create what was essentially a what's it called? it was essentially just a like early attempt to like do the Hunt Down the Freeman game before it could even like be a game, and it was a what's the word? It was put out there. It was made by Ben, and the intent was to kind of get the game, what's it called? Like published by people, essentially. But nobody wanted to play it because the models were ugly, the gameplay was bad, and the premise was just kind of like uninspired. So the game really, or the mod, I should say, never got any like support. When they pulled it, then they tried to repurpose the assets into a source filmmaker project titled the same thing. Basically, Ben was trying to rip off Hardcore Henry's like concept where you're always in the point of view of Mitchell, basically, and it didn't really draw any attention because again the same problem was there. The character models are very fucking ugly. The concept is very boring, and it just didn't work. And Ben again, to his credit, didn't give up. He still kept trying to get this shit out the door. Then apparently used some sort of scummy Kickstarter plan, and well, the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah.
Which again doesn't surprise me in the slightest, but hey, whatever. Still, I just find it completely and utterly comical that again, Ben is reaping what he sows. It's like, again, that's like a sign from God. It's like if your project is so bad that nobody wants to support it at all, and they keep like just saying these are your problems and this is how you can fix it, it's time to kind of pack up your shit and stop,
Yeah.
But again, he didn't listen. He just kept like chugging along and pushing it, and well, now here we are, and I hate it.
Yeah, but people are getting revenge on him, so in the end we won. So.
Yeah, I mean, what goes around comes around in a major fucking way, and I love it.
Yeah.
So, silver linings, roundabouts, happy joy, so on and so. There's no problems or anything. Hello, what's this?
What is what?
Okay, I'm sending you something. It's not rigged up, but I'm sending you something via private. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but take a look. Assuming this thing actually fucking works for me.
I hope this is.
I don't think it is, but I'm hopeful it's something that will be useful to you. Again, you're gonna have to look for someone to help rig this thing up.
Wait, oh, it's not Halo.
No, sorry. But it was this thing I found. I thought, hey, this could help you with your project.
Is it for SFN?
Yeah. Apparently it comes equipped with some animation riggings and things like that, like scripts and stuff. If you can get it into Source, I think.
I mean, I don't know. I'll see about it.
I'm just tossing it out there. Like, yeah,
even if I can't, I can use it for the Butt Girl stuff because that actually uses Blender for some scenes. So.
All right. Cool. Anyway, where were we?
Also,
sorry, I
completely
derailed myself.
Did you see the thing that I sent you? The updated fight scene?
Yeah, I did. I didn't comment on it because I was struggling with a headache at the time, and also someone was like on my ass about something. It's like, good God's sakes. It's like good gods, essentially. But no, I like it. I like the use of what's it called? Animations for like the Covenant to make them look a bit more natural, and like you hand animate, like with the fight scene between I think it was Amy. No, was it Amy? Yeah, I think it was Amy. And the Elite. It turned out really fucking well.
What, the Spectre?
Yeah, and the other one. I think it was either Amy or Sally. Yeah.
Yeah, Sally, because she uses the swords.
Yeah, it was a really good fight, and I thought, wow, holy shit. Again, like I said, it's a little. There's some parts that are jittery, of course. It's like it's not completely smooth, but
It's not.
it's turned out surprisingly well.
I mean, if it was any other project, I'd be able to smooth it out. But it's just like, it's just the project was just
With all the
constant.
crashes.
Well, yeah, it was just crashing so much. There was just a lot of limitations to the point where I'm like, I don't mind if it's a bit jittery because most of
Fuck
the
it.
movie, because like the scenes before it are also jittery. Like all the action scenes before it, like especially. I don't know if Armageddon. Okay, yeah, every single episode had an action scene now that I think about it, and it slowly got longer each time. But yeah, and it slowly improved too.
Mhm. Yeah, and like I said, it's just a matter that in this instance you've tried to make everything work, and it just keeps crashing on you every single time. And it's like, fuck it, I'm done here.
Yeah, this was like the one time I actually wanted to put effort into it, and you can see it in some parts where it actually can be shown, but in some parts I wasn't able to because of how many times it crashed. Because
where the effort was, it was showing quite well.
Yeah, that's why I spent like 7 hours today working on it. Didn't get a lot out of it, but that's usually as per usual with scenes like this. Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
I'm gonna really hate going back to commissions after this. I really am, because I'm gonna have to do that, except I'm not interested in it, and it's just NSFW stuff. Which, whatever, I need to make the money.
Yeah. You just don't lose your passion for this stuff. Or try not to, I should say.
I already have. Like, the only thing I want to do is, like, NSFW stuff that's, like, with, like, kind of what Armageddon is. It has, like, actual story to it. That's the only thing. Well, yeah, I don't... The thing is by episode 4, I stopped actually liking NSFW. Like, I didn't even care for the scenes where Rouge does the thing. It's like, I stopped getting off to it anymore. It's like, I get off to real women more nowadays. Like...
Which is natural and normal.
Really?
Yeah. Again, as we get older, our tastes change, and eventually we start looking to much more things we used to go like, whatever, I don't really care. And now it's more like, oh, I need this. The point is that you shouldn't become desensitized to, the things you enjoy versus the things you don't enjoy, Because then you're going to start getting that, what I like to call sexual hunger. And it could be a real pain.
It sucks because that's why I make variations of existing Sonic characters. It's because I don't find them attractive anymore. That's why I do it. And if I make them new, then I suddenly find them attractive again. It's just how it works.
Yeah, there's an interest to it.
Yeah.
Speaking of interests in new things, well, that's a poor segue into something I wanted to mention. So apparently, according to trusted sources, 2 major things have happened. One, the director for the Callisto Protocol has officially stepped down and has left the company. And 2, the plans for the Callisto Protocol, like sequels and everything, have been, quote, indefinitely suspended.
Well, that just tells you that they didn't sell as well as they wanted to.
/ people didn't give a shit. Like, nobody was interested in working on this project anymore. It's like, no shit. You guys capitalized on a period of time where it's like, oh, we need, like, the Dead Space hunger is real, and then you lost that momentum because you changed pitches and directions midway through development. You kind of, like, had to rush to the end, and the end result is like excuse me, for lack of a better term, a absolutely botched clone of Dead Space.
Yeah, and the ending was shit, so get fucked.
And the ending was essentially just Dead Space 1's ending, and nobody really liked it. So there was plans to have a bit more going on, and apparently, from what I understood, the goal was always to set up a sort of the survivor won't appear in the second game until the very end, and the other survivor is going to be like the protagonist. And the idea was to kind of avoid the Isaac Clarke / Resident Evil problem of the same character goes through similar situation. Keep it fresh, essentially. That was the goal. But those plans were effectively shot in the foot because, well, like I said, nobody wanted to work on the project, and the Dead Space remake basically stole a lot of thunder from their sales, so there was nothing they could do at this point. So instead of just trying to push forward and make a new Callisto Protocol, they decided to just completely and utterly scrap the entire project. And it wasn't just I should mention this, we also had that very good audio novel as well, and they scrapped that. It's one of those better kind of you should listen to this if nothing else because it's so fucking good, and it's shockingly realistic to a lot of people's actions. But like I said, neither here nor. The problem is that they've effectively said, we're done with this plan, we're done with this project, we're just kind of, to use a bastardized quote, we're throwing the baby out with the imported Chinese wolf.
What the fuck? I guess so.
I can't even take credit. Like I said, can't even take credit for that one, but, neither here nor there. The point is that was kind of what happened. They gave up on the project, and now they decided that they're just going to get rid of it for good. And that's where the DLC basically comes in, where you are... This is what I understand. Well, basically, the premise is that Jacob and the Doctor from the game are working together, and the goal is to find a ship that's inside the facility and get them out. But there's some weird mine shenanigans and things that don't make a lot of sense, and you start kind of going what's real and what's not. Now, the game's always hinted at that whenever you do something weird with the core device, which is the thing you get implanted in your neck, there's some mental connection fuckery, and you wind up bleeding into other people's memories, other people's situations, their consciousnesses, things like that, basically. And as a result, what wound up happening is that you kind of get that idea that it's there's something wrong here, but you can't quite figure it out yet, You're just kind of what's the word? You're kind of on the cusp of understanding, but it's never there, right? It's later when Jacob reaches the escape ship and discovers, holy shit, this is just my ship, that it kind of falls in your brain and you realize, none of this is real, is it? We're not escaping. And, there's this moment where he's flying, there's bright lights in his eyes as he's leaving the planet's atmosphere, and then we get revealed to what it actually is. Jacob never survived the encounter with the final boss. He beat it, but he got completely and utterly destroyed by it, and what we're experiencing is his brain's dying gasps as the Doctor is doing everything in her power to keep him alive just long enough to transfer the core data to Danny, the other survivor, and send it to her. And when you see him, it's heart-wrenching because both his arms are completely crushed to the up to the shoulder. Everything from the waist down everything from the torso down is just gone. He's just hanging meat. And part of his head's even been crushed to the point where there's exposed brain. How this man is still alive is likely a combination of, adrenaline and neurological shock, and the brain attempting desperately to preserve itself and shutting down anything and everything that is vital. It's also likely that because Jacob doesn't know that he's dying, or that his body's in such a poor state, that he's able to actually, stay alive. Ignorance does help the brain to some extent. We live a little longer when we don't know what's happening all at once. Still, the end result is basically the same. Jacob dies, but the data is transmitted, and the Doctor dies with him. It's kind of an indirect way of saying, yeah, the series is over. We're done with this. We're not doing anything. We're leaving it on a semi-open cliffhanger with Danny being the next protagonist, but don't keep your hopes up that we're gonna have a sequel.
I hate that.
Yeah. Again, it's like such little commitment.
It's literally just a FU. It's like, oh yeah, you're just all a dream. I just hate that.
I mean, I hate it too, but I kind of expected it. It's like, this series was never going to go anywhere, and Jacob wasn't even as compelling as Isaac or anything like that, so it's like, why even bother keeping him around? I've constantly said that Jacob is just, he's a lesser version of Isaac Clarke, and he always has been. There's no, as cruel as that sounds, there's no way around it. He's just there, The more interesting character was Danny, and they squandered her potential of being like the main character because they wanted star power with the actor for Jacob's face, and well, you got it, and then you got like a shit product. What you gonna do?
No idea.
Again, if it was me in charge, I would have just completely done something different. Of course, you also have to keep in mind that early on, the Callisto Protocol was supposed to be a tie-in to PUBG, canonical, I should say.
What?
Yes, so the explanation would have been this. In PUBG, from what I understand, again, because I didn't bother with PUBG's lore, so I might be getting a lot of it wrong, so bear with me. It goes like this. The world is fucked. The super rich elite have restarted some sort of ancient, blood sport games, and they gather a lot of survivors into one location, and the goal is to have them all fight each other for a shot at, a grand prize, essentially. And the goal is basically just to do that. Everyone's killing each other in, open areas, and that's it. The survivors will walk away with a hefty sum and a better condition of life, as well as some sort of contract. The Callisto Protocol was supposed to be a what's the word? An indirect what's it called? An indirect sort of sequel to it, and it was basically supposed to set up the whole the PUBG universe and explain it a bit better and so on and so forth. They even referenced the helmet and a lot of this stuff all over the place, but what wound up happening was that, well, they had to go, it fell through because at some point apparently PUBG didn't like the idea of having a proper story to their game. They preferred it more as an open-ended thing. And so they pulled out of the agreement with what's it called? They pulled out of the agreement with the PUBG creators, and as a result, the creators for the Callisto Protocol had to completely and utterly redo the story and everything like that, but the helmet is still around. And as a result, it's now just an Easter egg with no payoff, essentially.
So yeah. Big bungus. The forfeit. I know I
don't know. Somebody is
funny how basically a misguided and misplanned idea spirals out into what it is.
PUBG is it's shit too, in my opinion. Because
I don't think anyone plays PUBG legitimately. I think it's something that you just play when you're just tired of the other battle royales.
I hate battle royale.
Well, it's not a fun concept. Go ahead.
It's why? It's you just have to play the same shit over and over and over, and I just don't get it. Why do people find this shit fun?
Damn, that's loud.
Well, it's because it's competitive, and what it is that it proves the game theory of skill conservation. The whole aspect where if multiple players are in one play space at one given time, the skill threshold will exponentially increase based on the number of players in a given area. So as a result, the higher and higher the the higher and higher the skill threshold becomes, the more and more intense the fight will become. and the more and more like desired, what's it called? The more and more it becomes, I'm trying to think of the right word here. Difficult to work with, you know.
Yeah.
And so as a result, it's always kind of basically that's the best way to play. It's always going to be a difficult conflict, and that's what keeps battle royales popular because you always manage to find that skill threshold limit either rising or falling depending on how what's the word? Rising or falling depending on how many players there are. Now, what makes what's it called? What makes the what's it called? Oh, I'm trying to think of the right word here. Bear with me a second. What makes the oh, hold on. 1 second. I had it. What makes games like PUBG interesting is that the sheer breadth and the more realistic approach makes it a bit more interesting because you can kind of turn your brain off and really enjoy it, but you also have limited kind of aspects and aspirations. Other like battle royales that are kind of popular, of course, aside from Fortnite, is I would say Apex Legends, because with Apex specifically, what's it called? I'm trying to think of the right word here. Oh Christ, bear with me. Almost had it. You aren't exactly on your own. Let me see here. Let me see. Right, so I'm just pulling that up. Basically what it is that with Apex, you're always kind of in a position where you're like, what's the word? You're not alone. You have a squad of at least 2 others with you, and so it's not 1 against like many, it's 3 against 3 against 3 and so on. So the challenge mostly consists and comes from how you handle that as a team. You know, teamwork is what's it called? Teamwork is encouraged, basically, if lack for a better term. Like, let me think here. Oh, I'm trying to think of the right word. Bear with me. Yeah, that's it. Basically, you know, everyone works together, and depending on the synergy you bring to your team, you can actually be rather impressive with it. The problem mostly just stems from how you handle it as a team. Plus the whole, what's the word? Plus the whole, we've lost, one of our members got killed. You can kind of like mitigate that disaster, you know, because it does give you the ability to bring characters back in, depending if you have, or you can get to the respawn point and like various shit like that. So there's a bit more leniency comparatively to other battle royales, but it all depends on how effective the gameplay is, you know, or how effective you are as a team. There's also the other characters and a lot of like the attempts at the story, and because it's still connected to Titanfall, other people still give Apex a hefty pass for a few things, and myself included. I do like Apex Legends. I like some of the characters. Go on.
I don't like Apex Legends. It's a
Really?
shitty game because I don't like it. Well, I just don't like it. I don't know why I don't like it. I think it's just because I'm a Titanfall fan and I just see it as it's kind of like GTA Online to GTA's 5's cut single-player deals. You know, they obviously cut stuff because...
I get you.
And I just don't like the politics of the game devs themselves, you know, all that freaking
Well, the ironic thing is that... I get you. The ironic thing is that Respawn, at an early point, like they knew they were going to get like cannibalized by EA, and what they specifically wanted to do was they wanted to what's the word? They wanted to release a game, and that would be it. They knew they were going to like be devoured, so they decided to put out a fun game people would enjoy, and it would just kind of like last a little while. What they didn't anticipate is that Apex Legends would release exactly at the perfect time for a lot of the fucking the fuckery that you have to deal with in terms of battle royale, and so the end result is what you get, you know. And so, in an indirect way, they kind of kept themselves alive, but they also kind of infected the world with a new battle royale, if anything, but one that's at the very least intriguing. The problem is that I agree with you. The developers infuse a little bit too much of their own personal beliefs into these software things, and it's abundantly apparent with characters like Bloodhound, for example, which they're like, oh, Bloodhound is the first, like, what's it called? The first, like, non-binary character in video game or whatever. And I'm just looking at it as, like,
double kill.
That is a woman.
Really? Oh, well, of course.
Like, straight up.
Of course. They're the ones that invent that all the time.
Well, it was a lot worse than that, because the thing is that, first and foremost, you have a female voice actress playing Bloodhound, but you give her a shitty voice filter to make her sound deeper, which is always what they try to do when they have, like, feminine characters. Instead of, like, making modulation that makes their voice higher pitched or more distorted to make it difficult to identify if they're a man or a woman, they always bring the pitch down, and you wind up picking up quickly that it's like, that is a woman behind that helmet. You know, so that's the first major problem. Other languages that aren't infested with bullshit actively identify her as a female as well, so you got that. Especially Hispanics, where we're like, we don't take this shit, so it's like, shit, you know?
Oh, did you see Bungie did some Latinx pride stuff?
Yeah, and they were like violently roasted by us all. Yes, I was laughing. It was fucking hilarious. It's like, thank you for basically confirming that you are shit.
Yeah.
It's like, and thank you for being part of the vast majority that uses that racial slur. Go fuck yourself. And yes, I consider that a racial slur.
I do too.
Yeah, because it's like you're diminishing a culture by saying you are X. It's like, do you call like people from India X, or like, or Indian-X, or like,
hey, McCheck joined back.
Like people from Germany, German X? You know, anything like that? No, it's you. Just us that you want to
What's
like
up,
dehumanize because you think we're your fucking guinea pigs for language, and we just flat out tell you go fuck yourself every single time, to the point where a lot of groups are actually petitioning to make this a racial slur, and rightfully so. It's almost as if the real racists are the ones trying to push something that an entire group of people automatically has condemned.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is one of the many things that pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah, I can see why. It's fucking annoying.
Just... It's insulting. Everyone can just... Again, everyone who does that can all collectively eat shit. I don't care who you are, you are a racist. So fuck off.
Yeah, they're trying to...
Don't want anything to do with
the culture.
Mm-hmm. The thing is that the other thing that they fucked up with Bloodhound is that when you watch... Because they did release a... So what they do a lot is these things called Tales from, like, the Outlands, and basically they're, like, character shorts that explain more of the character's history, which is a good thing. It's like, and they actually will reference that in the game itself. That's how you do expanded lore, fuckers. But anyway, getting sidetracked. Point is that they did one for Bloodhound. And the point was to show how the ancient ways can coexist with the modern ways. And the thing about that is that they made a mistake. Because this is supposed to be Bloodhound before Bloodhound starts wearing all the crazy gear, they have Bloodhound's face exposed. Now, they tried to cover Bloodhound up and make Bloodhound look as non-binary as humanly possible, but it's like, no. That is a child. That is a female girl because she speaks like a fucking girl. And people are like, oh, but, boys can have high-pitched voices too. It's like, yeah, not to the point where it literally sounds like you can suck dick. No. Anyway. But even then, the whole thing continues, and like I said, I got nothing against folks like that. It's just, if you're gonna be respectful about it, I don't give a shit. I'll treat you like how you want to be treated, but don't force this down my throat. Otherwise, I'm gonna pick one and call you that for the rest of your days. And you can get pissed with me all you want. It won't change what I'm gonna fucking say to you. Anyway, the point is that recently they decided to make two Bloodhound and Fuse a couple. And I'll admit, it is a beautiful fucking thing. And I mean it, I mean like absolutely like, you know how I keep saying that I'm a hopeless romantic, right?
Yeah.
This was wonderfully romantic. Like no forced shit, nothing like that. Like, these two develop a relationship throughout the entirety that they've met each other, and there are ups, there are downs, and they've grown close in a natural way. And there's the short that they release, which I think they just called like Hunt or something like that, is simply that they want to. There's been a lot of like back and forth between the two characters, right? And naturally, Fuse is kind of picking up on the signals, but Bloodhound is acting more coy than usual, which again, if you know Bloodhound, that's very unusual for them. Or for her, I should say. And they decide the best way, again, Rev is certified dick. And what they, oh, by the way, I should mention this as well at work. I typed in my work's chat when I was dealing with someone who was like persistent on getting money they're not entitled to. I said the following quote: "This man is being a weapons grade dingus right now. Someone please help me." And everyone just started cracking up. It's like, I know what you wanted to say, and I hate the fact that you granny swear, Rev. Like, again, if you guys would let me swear up a storm, it'd be fine. But if I do that, HR's on me. So essentially, if I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna granny swear every single time. So enjoy. Anyway, again, I love that expression. Just weapons grade dingus. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. So these two have a culture of hunting. Both of them come from places where you kind of have to catch your own food and, like, you hunt for sport and it's respectable, right? So their way of unwinding and essentially kind of like, loosening up is, let's grab the biggest fucking guns we can get and just fucking kill something. And it is, like I said, it is the most like adorably romantic thing out there, where Fuse is trying to confess his feelings, and he's being very blunt about it, and Bloodhound is just very bashful, kind of like surprised by a lot. Even when a gigantic creature is running at them and he's pelting the thing with his fucking rocket launcher, he's just going on and on about like how, Bloodhound makes him feel like nothing he's ever felt before. He cares about Bloodhound more so than he cares about anybody else. And even Bloodhound's like, wait, what? Like, actually confused by what, Fuse says. But in a beautiful moment in this entire thing, Bloodhound has this moment where the creature is wounded, he's pelted it with enough, hits. And Bloodhound jumps on the creature's back, around its head horn area, and takes the axe out and goes into that berserk mode that Bloodhound can do, and just starts caving into the creature's skull, screaming, like when Fuse asks her why won't she like open up, or why can't she admit anything, she just screams and says, "I am afraid," and like takes out the beast in like one over the top slash. And we learn is that Bloodhound had somebody else, a man called Boo, and Bloodhound lost them to a tragic accident. And Bloodhound has blamed herself ever since about that. That's why she doesn't let anybody in. She doesn't want anyone to be hurt. And Fuse even admits, like, we can't really future-proof this type of shit, but I ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Fuse takes off the mask, and they share a passionate kiss. Again, beautifully romantic. It's like, that would be my idea of an ideal date. Just bring whoever I've got with me that I want to confess my love to on a dangerous safari, and just murder something, and in the fires of the afterglow of the creature's death, propose. Honestly, it would be kind of an interesting story to tell your children, if you ask me. Like, Dad, how did you meet Mom? It's like, well, simple. We went out, we fought a monster, and while we burned it alive, I proposed to your mother. Like, son, if you ever want to have a, if you ever want to have like a moment, or like you find the special someone, set up a safari and go to town. That's it. No further elaboration. Just do that. Set up a hunt date, and it'll work wonderfully for you. I promise. Anyway, but like I said, it's one of those like small sort of situations, and like I said, it's a little bit of that, but not everything in Apex I agree full-heartedly. I think one of the characters I dislike, and mostly because of what they are, is Catalyst, which is confirmed to be a trans person, and they kind of flaunt it in your face a little too much, and I'm just kind of looking at this person and just going in the back of my mind like, you didn't need to exist at all. Your tech could have been given to literally any other person, but they had to make a statement with you. Again, I don't hate Catalyst. Let me make that clear. Not because of, and I don't hate Catalyst because they're trans or whatever. No, it's just, it's Catalyst's character, this like stubbornness, and the fact that she ran with like the wrong crowd, basically almost destroying the colony she loved so dear, kind of makes me realize it's like, you were manipulated into this and you don't see it. You think this is who you are, but in reality, you were tricked by those in the in crowd to believe what they wanted you to believe. That's what you want. Again, if anything, and I will use this expression from the first scholar, and I will keep using this. A lie, no matter how brilliant, how incandescent, how breathtaking it is, a lie will always remain a lie. And again, I guess if you wanted to be a dick towards trans people, you could say that. Like, no matter how beautiful you may appear, you are a lie, and nothing will change that. But yes, that's what I mean. It's, what's the word I'm looking for here? That's kind of the general problem and the general issue I have with Catalyst. It's just that Catalyst is way too stubborn and believes like nothing correct about like her situations or anything like that. And it really what's the word? It really does boil down to how she just treats folks, especially like one of them who genuinely messed up and is trying to do the right thing, and she just won't let this shit go. And my immediate thought is like,
she's a freaking
Well, it's worse than that because, again, you... What is it? Your whole teenage group that you ran, they call themselves, like, the fucking sister, right? And they had this whole, like, Wicca fucking bullshit. And of course, you wanted to be with the in crowd, so what did you wind up doing? You turned to be with the in crowd. And then what happened? One of them convinced you to do a stupid move that almost destroyed your entire colony. And in her final moments, when she's being held up by a bot, what did she do? She took out a grenade, pulled the pin, and said, "The woman who freed this colony." No, she damn near killed it. And you were left to pick up the pieces. Without your ingenuity, this colony would have died. You actually got your hands dirty, you did the work that had to be done, you used the tech that you got, and you managed to revolutionize this colony to actually make it something decent. Your friends, in quotes here, almost got you killed, almost destroyed everything you held dear, and yet you still hold on to this illusion that they cared about you. They saw you as a tool, nothing more. Well, let me rephrase that. They saw you as a broken tool, because let's face it, you probably cut off the only real tool on you. Again, Rev just killing it right now with the insults. And sorry, I'm getting up in my own heat here. The point is that that's the irritation that I kind of had toward Catalyst and the whole like trying to make her this big trans icon. It's like it's not working. Like nobody really plays or cares about Catalyst either. Hell, not even her design is what's the word? Interesting, appealing, creative, peculiar, let's say. Yeah. It's all just, how do I put it? Look, first and foremost, because we know Catalyst doesn't actually have tits, they have like, fattish, kind of like deposits on the chest kind of thing. They try to give her boob cleavage by giving her these like, chess pieces that like accentuates that aspect. But every time they do that, it draws attention to it in a way that I don't think they intended. Plus, you also got that whole mannish face still going on. It's specifically with like the jawline and things like that. And this whole shaved head look doesn't help Catalyst like present herself as like a woman. If anything, she just kind of comes off as like a very thin goth child, essentially.
Sword spree.
If that makes any sense. You know, like no matter how much you give them to eat or what proteins you provide them, they just never seem. Yeah, that kind of problem. Ironically, one of the skins where Catalyst has a full head of hair, and it's like kind of parted in a more natural way, makes her look more like a woman than say the default skin, which just makes her look like a man in drag.
Yeah, they're not really doing themselves any favor.
Yeah, again, it's like when you use the Troon haircut, it's like the Troon haircut is kind of designed to be as ugly as humanly possible. It's like, how do I put it? It's like wearing a hat that doesn't complement your head whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the problem, is that the hairstyle really does accentuate the worst aspects of, what's it called? The worst aspects of, I'm trying to think of the right word here. The worst aspects of what's the word? I'm trying to think of the right word here. Oh, Christ, bear with me. The worst aspects of, I'm trying to think of the right word. The worst aspects of the facial features and everything like that, and that's really just what it boils down to. Also, okay, fuck it, they finally did it. They gave Sabine the Force. Fuck off. I'm so apparently people were right about the whole, the stormtroopers Thrawn has are just resurrected corpses. They fight a pair of shadow troopers. Sabine is getting her fucking ass handed to her by one of them. She blows off like part of its helmet, revealing a zombie head inside. Ooh, scary, you know. And it's trying to gouge her out. And my immediate thought was like, we know your gauntlets can fire projectiles. We know that its head is exposed because it blew off part of its helmet. Why don't you like put your head, like arm, or like hand in general there instead of trying to reach out with the force like a moron? Why don't you just kind of like move your hand there and just blast the thing's brains out?
Gain the lead.
That's what you could do. But instead they don't do that. What do? They have her trying to reach out with the force and going like, oh, let me try to do the retarded force hand thing, and it works. The thing jolts slightly and it flies into her hand. And she does exactly what I just said. She takes the lightsaber and just like puts it into the creature's head and kills it. Fuck it. I'm done. I'm done with Star Wars as a whole. I'm finished. This is it. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. I am never coming back to this fucking series ever again.
Yeah,
I don't care what they do with it. I don't. I don't care what they do with the series. I don't care what happens moving forward. I don't give a shit about it all. It is done. I'm leaving. I'm officially jumping off of the wagon now, and I'm going home. I'm done. I'm done. There's no redeeming this fucking series anymore. It's finished. Just so fucking disappointed. It's like, and you know me, I don't like giving up on shit, but it's like, there's only so much bullshit you can take before you're like, willpower is just suffering.
Honestly, I already gave up, so you're just joining me.
30 years. 30 long years being a Star Wars fan. Supporting it through thick and thin. Through the prequels, the Dead Era, everything.
You sound like Captain
What kills it?
Cutter.
Really?
Yeah, you're like 30 long years. That's how long it took for...
Basically, it's just I'm tired. I'm ready to just say fuck it. Where's my ship? Where's my crew? I'm going to space. I'm flying away. But yeah, just so, like I said, effing done, and I just can't take it anymore. Just no more, you know, no more of this. No more of that, just, ugh, you know. Again, through the dark, the good, the bad, the dark, all of this, I'm finished, you know. I think that's the worst of it all. Just, it's like keeping up the fight for like so long, going at it. Defending this, being there at like ground zero for like a lot of fucking things, just seeing nothing, you know. Again, just depressed, tired, exhausted, and of course,
what?
So we know the ending. So essentially, this is what happens. Thrawn is leaving the planet. He's fucking off back to God knows to the main galaxy, and what's it called? He's fucking off to the main galaxy, and the plan is to like, we need to stop him. We need to stop him from leaving. Right? They don't do it. What happens? They what's the word? They fail at it. You know, he escapes, and Ezra's the only one who boards the Star Destroyer and actually like manages to fly away and like get. Like, it's already too late. Thrawn's back in the main galaxy, so... What happens? Oh, fucking, Ezra disguises himself as a stormtrooper, gets to the Republic ship, and they're like, oh, Ezra, you're back. That's so great. What about the other ones? I'm like, okay. Guess what? Ahsoka and fucking Sabine stay behind. And they're like, no, we're going to stay here and fight Morgan Elsbeth. It's not like we should, like, run and board on the ship and, like, get away from, get away from, like, these problems and, like, you know, help our friends in the main galaxy. No, fuck it. Abandon them all, because we're done. And there it is. You know, that's it. That's where it goes. And so, of course, on top of that, basically, now they're gonna be in this, like, main galaxy in this, like, different galaxy doing shit. And, like, oh, we need to do something to, like, prepare, and I'm gonna keep training you, Sabine, even though Ezra is a capable individual whose training isn't complete, by the way. Still needs help, but, you know, fuck him. It's not like he matters. So what's it called? He flies away and gets to, like, return. But fuck him, his training is never gonna be complete, because fuck you. Then it's, what is it? And then I'm trying to think of the right word here. And on top of that, guess what? Oh, now it's they killed Morgan Elsbeth. I'm like, great, you killed someone that didn't fucking matter, but whatever, because the main guy just got away. But you know what? Participation awards for everyone. I'm just gonna give you a big golden turd that says you tried. That's what these fucking things should be. It's just like trophies of shame, essentially. Like, more so than just, like, second place, you know? Like a big bronze medal finger to you. So, of course, what's it called? They're gonna stay here and, you know, complete their training, because fuck you. And guess who's there who's gonna be helping, like, Ahsoka train Sabine? That's right, it's Anakin. He's a Force ghost now who's gonna stay there and train and help Ahsoka train Sabine. What's this? I have a son and daughter who kind of still need my guidance, especially my son, who's literally trying to rebuild the order that I helped destroy. No, fuck that fucker. I'm going to help this side bitch that was my fucking apprentice for like 4 fucking years, and then I tried to kill later on. Because fuck it, why the hell not? Ugh. Just like, and people are gonna be like, oh, you see, this is why fucking, like, Anakin never came to like Luke, because he was in a different galaxy. It's like, when has that ever stopped ghosts from, like, appearing wherever the fuck they wanted to? You know, why is it that the physical constraints of, what's it called? The physical constraints of, like, the physical world affect ghosts? When does this happen? When was this a thing?
Whenever Dave Filoni said it was.
And I know exactly what this is supposed to be. This is Dave essentially, like, cutting off a section of the Star Wars universe and to set up as his personal playbook. So that way, should the worst happen, he can be like, no, fans, come to me, support my projects, because I've successfully managed to cut our way out of the fucking sequel trilogy. That's what it is. That's what it fucking is.
Yep. I don't know. I'm just so sick of it. It's like they just kill off the interesting characters. I was told they were gonna do some gay-ass MCU thing where all the characters team up from the shows to fight Thrawn or some gay shit like that.
That's the plan, apparently, because the goal... So apparently there's going to be a Mandalorian film, basically, around Din Djarin. So naturally, that means every single fucking TV show character that we've basically thrown into the physical world now is going to team up together, and they're going to go up against Thrawn, and it's going to be just like Heir to the Empire, guys. Don't you remember Heir of the Empire? This fucking amazing book series and radio drama and comics that were created by like really good artists and artists and writers and like passionate people and people with actual fucking talent, oversawn by George Lucas, so nothing could contradict. Aren't you fucking excited? Don't you want to see that? Because, it's fucking amazing. It's going to be just like that, only it's going to be our version. It's like, no, you're going to be cannibalizing something greater than it was. You're going to do a fucking retarded job about it. And then you're going to basically be like, oh, what are we so great about this? And just fucking jack yourselves off because you thought you were great.
You know what this reminds me of?
Mm-hmm.
It sort of reminds me of the Modern Warfare reboots where they pretend to be that they're better than the originals, but they aren't. That's what they're doing here. They're pretending that they're better than Heir to the Empire. It's like I mean, this freaking dumbass big meetup where everyone comes to fight. Like, first of all, you freaking... Well, what is Mando going to do? He's already on his thing being a dad. Is he just going to come out of nowhere, right?
Because the film is going to be around him, so something clearly has to happen.
Film?
Yeah, it's a movie. Like, it's officially going to be a Star Wars, like, movie on the big screen. And this is what Dave's been waiting for years. His opportunity to finally take his place as one of the great Star Wars figurehead.
I just can't find it in me to care.
Yeah, because nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares about, like,
Star Wars.
The Mandalorian shit. Yeah, no, it's just more so with this. It's like people want good Star Wars. What they get is key jangling crap. And then they're like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then, like, a week or so after everything's said and done, nobody talks about this shit anymore because, again, nobody gave a shit. They all wanted to get their big reaction, their big, like, oh, I'm the first person to break the news on something, or like, oh, here's my review. And then after it's all said and done, nobody cares about it after. They just kind of fuck off.
No one cares about a bunch of side bitch TV shows. Because, like, when the movie comes out, they're going to be like, oh, you have to watch all the TV shows to understand what's going on, so they're pulling the Halo 5, and no one's watching these shows. I mean, like, who watched Obi-Wan Kenobi or Book of Boba Fett? No one fucking watched this shit. No one did. Right?
Because nobody cared to. Exactly, because these were fucking, like... These were, like, first drafts at a show. And then they're like, it's going to be great, we don't need to redo it. We just, like, we'll put it out there. We've got enough, like, content for the whole thing. Like, and I'm going to bring this up. It's like an old gag from Futurama, where specifically, what's it called? Where specifically, I'm trying to think of the right word here. A bunch of, what are they called? Aliens come to Earth because they want to see the final episode of, like, an old TV series that basically aired at that time. What is it? They can't get the footage because, according to Farnsworth, all that footage from that time period was destroyed following the second coming of Jesus Christ. And, which is an interesting sort of thing, but whatever. And shortly thereafter, what wound up happening was that, so they have to, like, completely and utterly, like, redo the final episode from scratch. So they decide to... Fry basically becomes the writer because he's the only person who has experience with that fucking show. Even though he never really watched the show, he just saw it, like, glimpses. And then proceeds to do so, right? And midway through, like, the filming, Leela turns the page on, like, the script, and there's nothing on the next page. And she says, Fry, there's nothing left here. What's going on? And he says, well, it took me an hour to write, so I figured it would take an hour to get through. It's like, That's basically what we're getting at in real time here.
Yeah.
And it's just that. It's the first attempt at a script, and they're like, "Oh, it's fine, it works, and it's like, no. You need to actually make something that people will enjoy. You just can't fart it out and say, who cares? It's fucking Star Wars. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about it. We can just go ahead and move on. Nobody will care about that. People will just kind of be like, I'm so fucking done with it, you know? That's exactly what's happened. They've created, you know, how people are talking about, like, superhero fatigue with, like, Marvel and shit like that? Same thing. They're talking about they've essentially created Star Wars fatigue because nobody cares about the dumb fuck shows that come out, and they had like a lightning in a bottle moment with The Mandalorian, and people gave that first season a pass because like, oh, it'll probably get better, you know, it's just the first season. Like, yeah, it wasn't perfect, but you know, it's decent, blah 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 blah. And then because nobody like really pushed back on Dave or the crew or like John or anything like that, they just let these guys do whatever the hell they wanted. They kept farting out like weaker and weaker and weaker like synopses, and people just kept eating it up. It only took the third season for people to say, Jesus Christ, this show is fucking awful. Because again, nothing happens to our protagonists. Nothing happens that is like, oh, we want them to succeed. It's like they have the opposite of anime directors and writers who will just kill off everybody with like the most sudden like heel turn of fucking executions. But when it comes to like fucking you know, with Western shit, everyone's like covered in thick fucking layers of plot armor, and it's like, ugh, I'm so tired of it. You know, and it's like I said, this is the fundamental problem. These shows don't want to take risks with what's the word? They don't want to take risks with what's the word I'm looking for here? They don't want to take risks with actually. Why did I even bother turning this on? Sorry. They don't want to take risks with their protagonists. They don't want them to be seen as like weak or inferior because again, people will, you know, they'll treat them, you know, poorly. They'll treat them like garbage and everything like that. You know, like they'll basically like make them come off as very, what's the word I'm looking for here? They don't want the protagonist to be viewed as a joke, basically. But in this attempt to make them like, what's the word? In this attempt to make them like come off as interesting or courageous or like literally anything else like that, they'll just make them what's the word? And anything like that, they'll basically just make them off to be like what's the word? Oh, I'm trying to think of the right word here. They make them into like Gary Stu's and Mary Sue's. They can't ever lose. They can't ever do this. They can't do that. They can't do anything. Like, because any sort of weakness is viewed as, oh, bad, or, oh, poor character writing. It's like, no, that's not what it is. You just need to make something that actually makes people like the character.
Yep. It's like... It's because they think character flaws are bad. They think if a character loses, it's bad writing.
When it's actually not the case. Like, you know, there has to be, you know, of course, like, a limit to that, naturally. You just can't have the, you just can't have your protagonist constantly fucking losing, because at that point, nobody will, like, want to follow that character. They'll just kind of keep viewing them as a fucking joke. You know, it's basically... let me see here. I'm trying to think of the right word I'm looking for here. I'm trying to think of the right here. I'm trying to think of the right word. Hold on.
God
Go ahead.
Be strong.
It kinda. Like, if a character constantly loses, you don't want to root for them because, you know, why are we following this idiot protagonist? the ironic thing is that anime can get away with it because the character will kind of gradually grow from that. Every small defeat makes them better as a person. Again, like, we'll take a look at a character like Naruto. That idiot started his fucking career as an orange fucking loudmouth. Now look at him. He runs the fucking village and has a family with 2 kids. Not bad for a moron, you know? Or fucking Luffy. It's like, Jesus Christ. That, again, he started off as a complete loudmouth moron as well. Now look at him. He's apparently on par with God now. Fuck. You know? That's the thing. A character has to have fundamental flaws, and these flaws need to make the character not only feel relatable, but feel interesting, and kind of like push the idea that they're not invulnerable, indestructible things. Like, even in, like, I'll use Mass Effect as an example. The player character, Shepard, is, what's the word? Canonically, he is a very... Well, I'm trying to think of the right word here. He is I'm trying to think of the right word. A very skilled individual, and depending on what path you pick for Shepard, in terms of like career, history, and everything like that, that kind of amplifies that aspect, you know. But